Jack，啊，有点累。跟队友培养一下好感度吧。
Something on your mind? Of course. You never asked? We are friends. I didn't mean to. It wasn't supposed to. Oh, let me explain. The thing is, I'm used to not telling anyone who didn't already know. It was always a secret. Even Duncan was the only Grey Warden who knew. And then after the battle, when I should have told you, I don't know, it seemed like it was too late by then. How do you just tell someone that? I should have told you, anyway. It was important for you to know. I guess part of me likes you not knowing. They treat me differently. I become the bastard prince to them, instead of just Alistair. I know that must sound stupid to you, but I hate that it shaped my entire life. I never wanted it, and I certainly don't want to be king. The very idea of it terrifies me. For all the good it does me, my blood seems certain to haunt me no matter what I do. And now Arleman plans to put me forward as the heir. It never ends, does it? And for what it's worth, I'm sorry for not telling you sooner. It was a dumb thing to do. I guess it's kind of a relief that you know now. Let's go.
哈哈，哼，这个家伙意外的就是个孩子嘛。哦，不，等下，按错了，靠背。
Something on your mind? Of course.
Yes. I am hardly surprised. Very well. Speak, then. Then I suggest we move on. As you wish.
话依旧烧，这家伙。
Yes? We're in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any. Discuss away. Yes? If you must. Well, that depends, does it not? What does she seem to be? Oh, she certainly was human. Once. Tell me, how much do you know of the tale? The one that the chastened still tell of my mother, to frighten them into obedience. No doubt such a tale has mutated much over time and telling. I can relay what Flemeth once told me herself, and you can decide whether or not 'tis the truth, if you desire. As the tale is sung by the bards, there was a time when Flemeth was young and beautiful, a fair lass in a land of barbarian men, the desire of any who saw her. The tales say that Flemeth fell in love with Osen the bard, and fled the castle of her husband, the dread Lord Conabar, and that he swore vengeance for her infidelity. In truth, my mother claims that 'twas Osen who was her husband, and Conabar the jealous lord who looked on from afar. Lord Conabar approached young Osen and offered him wealth and power in exchange for his lovely wife. and Osen agreed.
What?
The life of a bard is a poor one.
What the fuck?
And love fades in the wake of
Eh?
'Twas Flemeth who suggested the arrangement. All would have been well had Lord Conobar kept his end of the bargain. But he was a foul man who bargained with coin he did not possess. Osen was led off to a field and slain, left for dead. Flemeth spoke to the spirits and learned of the deed, and swore revenge. That was not the point. Conobar had no honor, so she would not have him. Flemeth begged the spirits to aid her, and 'twas they who slew Conobar. The demon the legend tells of came later. Lord Conobar's allies chased Flemeth, you see, chased her to the wilds, and there she hid. There she found the demon, and he made her strong. The legends all speak of the great hero Cormac, he who defeated Flemeth and her great army when she invaded the lowlands centuries later. All lies. The truth of the matter is that there was never an invasion. As Flemeth tells it, the Chastened never raised an army under her banner, and she never fought with any warrior named Cormac.
Ho ho.
Cormac led a brutal civil war against his own people, and later claimed it was to vanquish evil that had taken root amongst the lords. Thus, he was hailed a hero. Flemeth was only attached to the legend much later. Perhaps 'twas due to the great war with the Chastened that eventually came,
Ayan.
but Mother claims not to know how it began. You ask if I have sisters. I have asked of this myself. The stories tell of many witches of the wilds after all, not just the one. And these tales existed long before I did. Flemeth refuses to speak of other daughters, if they existed. So, should I believe I am her first? I doubt that too. The Chastened tell of a falling out between Flemeth and her daughters. They say that one day she hunted them all through the wilds and ate their hearts. It may be true. I have never seen another witch or heard of one. Perhaps one day Flemeth will eat my heart as well. I do not believe everything that Flemeth claims. Oft it seems her bitterness has colored her memories. But on the whole, yes, I believe this tale, if not all. The demon within her has transformed her into something else. An abomination, perhaps some would say. I know not. I only know my mother is clever, and she is part of the wilds as it is part of her. But she is no immortal. She bleeds. A blade in her heart would kill her like any other, were it lucky enough to find her. Flemeth tells it with far more embellishment than I, but you are welcome. Dare I ask of your own mother? Few are abominations of legend, 'tis true, but I find myself curious nevertheless. Ah, then you have my sympathies for what it is worth. Which is very little, I am certain. It matters not. Let us move on.
好感加5，耶！看摩瑞根的好感度真的蛮难弄的。
I could get used to this, you know.
I am impressed. My thanks.
这周死神无事发生，呵。 是啊。哦，对了，我今天应该打不了太晚哦，因为今天是累的一天。哎，今天是属于很累的一天。
Here I am. Oh, I certainly could. I swore to the crows that the things they taught me were to remain a secret. If you are truly insistent, well, let me think about it. Here I am. Again? I'm game.
哪天不累，只有累汉更累。我的脚受
The
伤
stars
了
are
啦。
out. It comforts me to know that the stars will remain untouched by the blight. That whatever happens down here, they will shine eternally. Their light undimmed. There is a story about that cluster of stars over there. Do you know it? Elindra and her soldier? A long time ago, there lived a fair maiden called Elindra. She had many suitors, but spurned them all, for she did not love them. One day, Elindra was sitting by her window in her father's castle, singing and dreaming, when her lovely voice caught the attention of a young soldier. Entranced by her song, the soldier drew near to Elindra's window. As their eyes met, he fell in love with her, and she with him. When Elindra told her father about the man she had chosen, he was furious, for Elindra was high-born, but her love nothing more than a common soldier. To keep them apart, he had Elindra imprisoned in the highest tower of his castle, and sent her soldier to the wars. Alas, not a month had passed before news of the soldier's death reached Elindra. Alone in her tower, Elindra wept for her love, and beseeched the gods to deliver her from this cruel world. So earnest was her plea, that the gods themselves were moved. They gathered Elindra into their arms and lifted her high into the heavens, where she became a star. The gods also raised up the soul of Elindra's soldier love, and there he dwells, across the horizon from her. The band of stars between them is a river of Elindra's tears, cried for her lost love. They say that when Elindra has cried enough, she will be able to cross the river to be reunited with her soldier.
嘿，
This story is one of my favorites. A tale of a love so great and so enduring that it defies death and moves the gods to action. Sometimes I ask myself, does such a love exist? Can it exist?
爱情的力量是强大的。
I think I would be lucky to experience an emotion even half as pure and true as Elindra's love.
我们都应该很幸运。
The world gets lonely too quickly if there is no one to share it with.
所以我这样是有跟他 love 了吗？我这样有跟他 love 吗？
You've seen and touched Andraste's ashes. They are the holiest thing on this earth, the remains of the Maker's chosen. I do not know if I am worthy to look upon her. Yes, of course, but it still is something to be in awe of.
又加4。
Looking for little old me? Yes? What's on your mind?
好了，我们来解个支线。哎，等一下，
What's on your mind? I have always had an affinity for the spirits of the Fade. As a child, I never feared my dreams because I knew they were there.
就是
I've always been able to feel the spirits, even if I never saw them. And as I nurtured my talent in the circle, I became more sensitive. I began to notice every time I was in the Fade, whether it was in a dream or in magical practice, that I was being watched. I suppose they must. It is these benevolent spirits that create our dream worlds in the Fade. Sometimes I would see it, a glowing, nebulous form. Most times I would just feel its presence, gentle and comforting, but somehow alien. I think it is a spirit of faith. They have never been seen before, and perhaps I am wrong. But something tells me I'm not. It always felt like the same entity. This one spirit was curious about me, and was guarding me, for want of a better word. There were times when I was in the Fade that it seemed to stretch forth to shield me, keeping me safe. And I think it gave me strength in my most terrible battles, Ostagar being one of them. I don't know why I was chosen. Perhaps it knew that there was something more that lay in store for me. I like to think that I was given a rare chance, and I'm going to make the best of the time so generously given to me. I will not lie motionless in a bed with coverlets up to my chin, waiting for death to claim me. That is not the death for me. And so I will fight alongside the Grey Warden, and help prepare him for the task that is yet before him. So you had better listen to me, because I swear, if I should fall before the end and you don't seem to be doing things properly, I'll get up again to give you a good finger-wagging. You know, I think you'll be all right, even without my help.
耶，又加3。小笨狗。
It doesn't have better things to do. Did I not already tell it that I do not remember doing such? I remember having a master. My memories of what happened to him are vague. So my former master enjoyed experimenting upon me. I remember that much. There was tinkering with spells and... Bah! I am no mage, and he did not explain himself. He possessed my control rod, and back then, it would have prevented me from doing anything he did not... So what happened? I am unsure. He was experimenting, and then... nothing. Oh, ho, ho. It does like to laugh, does it? But who knows? I may have such a thing. And then he was gone. I was standing where I was. The villagers came, poked and prodded me in fear, and then realized they could neither move me nor destroy me. So they simply left me. And in time, I forgot I hadn't stood there all along. In fact, at first, for so many years, I'd had to leap to that little toadstool's every command. The gall! At first, I'd hoped he'd simply decided to leave me there paralyzed, an acceptable trade-off. I think I was ready to... Whatever the mage did seemed to render the... And provided it doesn't decide to copy his experiments, not that I would allow it, it is nothing to fear from me. Much. The things that it fights and it... Let us get back.
好了，我们去解一下阿拉斯特的支线。那个 Alastair 的家人，我想要先解这个。
Yes.
Yes. Indeed.
侨民区。
is but one word. One line.
Dwarven craft. Welcome back. Is there something else you'd like to look at? Only the finest crafts, straight from Orzammar. Anytime, my friend.
我记得有一个什么素材的，这个，我发现了一块龙鳞。他是要找谁？
What is it? I have work to do. What does it say? Ah, I knew this would happen. Just when I was starting to get good. Well, thanks, I guess.
啊？啥任务？哦，这个哦。
That's my sister's house. I'm almost sure of it. This is the right address. She could be inside. Could we go and see? Do I seem a little nervous? I am. I really don't know what to expect. I'd like you to be there with me if you're willing. Or we could leave, I suppose. We really don't have time to pay a visit, do we? Maybe we should go.
好吧，让我们进去。
Will she even know who I am? Does she even know I exist? My sister. That sounds very strange. Sister.
啊哈。
Oh, now I'm babbling. Maybe we should go. Let's go. Let's just go.
妈的，要进去就快进去，不要在那边啰逼嗦，这小孬孬。
Hello?
Hey, you have linens to wash? I charge 3 bits on a bundle. You won't find better. And don't trust what that Natalia woman tells you either. She's foreign and she'll rob you blind.
I'm not here to have any wash done. My name's Alistair. Well, this may sound sort of strange, but are you Gordana? If so, I suppose I'm your brother.
哈哈
What? I am Goldana.
哈哈，太直接了
My
吧？
name? What kind of tomfoolery are you folk up to?
Look, our mother, she worked as a servant in Redcliffe Castle a long time ago before she died. Do you know about that?
You! I knew it! They told me you was dead. They told me the babe was dead along with mother, but I knew they was lying.
They told you I was dead? Who? Who told you that?
还会有
They was
谁
at？the castle. I told them the babe was the king's and they said he was dead. Gave me a coin to shut my mouth and sent me on my way. I knew it.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that. The babe didn't die. I'm him. I'm your brother.
For all the good it does me. You killed mother, you did, and I've had to scrape by all this time. That coin didn't last long, and when I went back, they ran me off. And who in the Maker's name are you? Some servant of his to carry all his riches, I expect.
Hey, don't speak to him that way. He's my friend. And a Grey Warden, just like me.
Oh, I see. A prince and a Grey Warden too. Well, who am I to think poorly of someone so high and mighty compared to me? I don't know you, boy. Your royal father forced himself on my mother and took her away from me. And what do I got to show for it? Nothing. They tricked me good. I should have told everyone. I got 5 mouths to feed. And unless you can help with that, I got less than no use for you.
I'm sorry. I Don't know what to say.
Well, so he's found it. I'm his sister. But what are you to me, boy? Except the one who took my mother away, hmm?
You think I wished her dead? I never wanted that. I didn't have the life you think I did, Goldana.
I suppose not. A bastard is still a bastard, isn't he? But brother or no, I've got 5 mouths to feed and no time to spare until they are.
生那么多干嘛
I promise you this, Goldana. I'll do whatever I can, speak to whomever I have to ensure you and your children are taken care of.
That sounds all well and fine, but you'll have to forgive me if I don't exactly hold my breath.
You have my promise. I can't give you more than that. Let's go. I want to go. Goodbye, sister.
好像还蛮顺利的嘛。
Well, that was not what I expected, to put it lightly. I lived up to my promise, I suppose, but this is the family I've been wondering about all my life? I can't believe it. I guess I was expecting her to accept me without question. Isn't that what family is supposed to do?
那你们这个世界生活不容易呀、你想的太美好了。
Complete idiot. Yes, I suppose you're right. I should. Let's just go. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
咦，有点惨呐、如果有余力的话，当然会完全不一样，但就是重点就是他早就没那个余力了。
Welcome, friends. Welcome to Wade's Emporium. We have the finest armors in Denerim, maybe in all of Ferelden. How may we assist you? You have what?
Dragon scale? Real dragon scale? Marvelous. Look how it reflects the light.
How did you get... No, I don't want to know.
Alas, traveler, I must confess I have not the skill. Why, oh maker, do you torment me? If you find Drake's skill, sir, and if I could practice
谁知道呢？
one day, I could make a fine set of armor for you.
Oh, there, Master Wade. He does get terribly emotional at times. Come again.
我觉得那样子的结果也未必是好事，就是了。
Haren, the bloody customers are bothering me again. What do I pay you for, anyhow?
Sorry. Wade is a genius. Truly, you will be astonished by his work. But he doesn't deal with customers. If you need anything, please ask me.
And tell him I don't want anyone looking over my shoulders either. I'm thinking, blast it all.
Truly sorry, sire.
Yeesh.
Welcome back. You looking for fine armor? No, he can't.
Did I hear right? You, a man, you have Drake scales?
Yep.
Look at this, Haren. It's real. Some never see a single scale in their lives. I must make this. Tell the, customer, is it? I'll drop everything to work on this immediately. Cost. I should be paying you, friend.
Cry!
Right. No, the privilege.
Pay him?
Your turn!
Wade, no. We'll charge you.
I'll hear nothing of that, Haren. This is my shop, and working on Drake scales won't cost a bloody...
艺术家赞呐、
It will take however long it takes. You don't rush a masterpiece, my good man.
Yes, yes, that's right. It could take months, years even. You should just leave.
It won't take that long, Heron. Unless I did some inlays of... Oh, I know.
Yes, it wouldn't be complete without the, inlays. Of course, the customer would have to agree.
我给你10枚。
Excellent. You won't regret it. Think of the possibilities, Heron. Think of it.
I'm trying to...
10枚够多了吧？妈的嘞，还敢嫌啊？妈给你10枚金币，还敢有意见？哼！
You're here about your...
I've bet...
Oh, get back to work. Come to see our fine...
好了，我把那个妓院的支线做一做。我记得这里有一个妓院的支线。这个。
Magic exists. Can and never.
It has begun.
Touch nothing. I don't think they clean the surfaces in this place very often.
Stop playing
That
games,
scamp
Isabella.
Kylon sent
We
you,
want
right?
our money.
Glad he hasn't forgotten about us. The mercenaries are right there. If you're here about other things, just speak up.
Someone needs to put you in your place.
Welcome to the Pearl. I'm Sanga, the proprietor. Have a seat, get comfortable, and tell me what you need. Every one of my people here is a skilled craftsman, and don't let anyone tell you different. You'll have to go one at a time, I'm afraid. Our rooms aren't quite big enough to share between so many. But we can discuss that in a moment. So what would you like me to show you? The men or the women? Or some both, if you prefer.
毕竟是妓院嘛。完了，我是不是先不要好了？
Come again.
这个不能够开实况的时候用，这个如果开实况用会挫塞。
Turn around and walk, stranger. This affair is for White Falcons only. Get a load of this guard. You're telling us what to do? You have a point there. Man, let's clear out. Don't want to get on Locane's bad side, do we?
Tell Kylon I owe him one.
好，解决，轻松。
Be off with you now, and be glad I only took from you your gold. Fools. Ah, a Grey Warden. And I had heard that all the Ferelden Wardens were killed or exiled from this place.
这是伙伴吗？
Oh, don't look so surprised. I've seen many of your kind in my journeys, and there is always something odd about you. Huh, strong hands. Could I entice you to leave your order and sign up as one of my crewmen? I could use those strong hands at my helm.
你的战斗技巧令人印象深刻。
I assume you saw that little drama, and none of these poor brutes has ever proven a match for me. They are too clumsy and predictable. I fight with quickness and wit, rather than with brute force and strength. I call myself a duelist because I honed my skills in duels with warriors I encountered over the years. An unusual request coming from a fearsome slayer of darkspawn. I am flattered that you wish to learn from me, sweet thing. But I have watched you, and you seem to lack a particular grace that is required. You are accustomed to doing battle a certain way, yes? I can teach you some basics. Perhaps you can pass it on to someone who might be interested in what I have to offer. I do, however, wish to get to know my potential student better. So we shall call for a drink, and you will honor me with a game. Do you have something else in mind?
等一下，
Oh, and now you've piqued
等一下，
my interest. It would surely be rude of me to decline such a...
这不应该不会像巫师一样那么露骨吧？
How delightful. Try not to acquire the smell of salt and tar while you root around in the gutter, hmm?
Come. My ship is down by the docks, and I am sure you will find my cabins quite comfortable.
哎呦，等一下，蛋呢？不会出事吼？哦，没事没事。
Well, that was refreshing. It's been a while since I've bedded anyone but sailors.
没
The
事
peg legs I
没
can stand, but the
事。
hooks, ugh. It's more common than you think, and quite painful if one isn't careful.
如此舒适。
Now, wasn't there something you wanted from me? A lesson, perhaps? Why? What can I tell you that you don't already know? Come, we will need some space for this.
啊，还来第二次，哈哈哈！哇，精力强盛。好，没有啦，那不是第二次啊，这只是单纯他在教我上课而已。
I don't think there's anything else I can teach you. Perhaps tell those you meet where you learned what you know.
啊，我不能学哦。好吧，看来他不能当伙伴，可惜。
Shall be
What's the
done.
password?
啊？ 哼。
Yes. What? Is it customary where you're from to give complete
珍
strangers
珠楼
questioning looks?
这个作品没有黑黑黑的画面吧？有黑黑黑的画面的话，我可能需要斟酌一下。
Well then, what do you want from me? They call me Cassavir. I'm first mate on Captain Isabella's ship. More than this, you do not need to know. You are surprised. Isabella is no ordinary woman. Isabella commands the crew on the Siren's call. She is a remarkable woman, and as you saw, quite formidable. She calls herself a duelist. But you cannot pay me enough to duel her. I'm not so
算是有，那就是代表它不是那种会影响到实况画面的黑黑黑的。
Did you not see? They wanted money back. Some of them never learn. If Isabella consents to play a game with you, it's an honor. You do not ask for compensation if you lose. Isabella commands the crew. She calls herself a duelist.
Welcome back. What can I get for you, honey?
能令我吃惊的东西。
I have just the thing. Come with me.
多吃惊，多吃惊！哎呦，我操！我操！太令人吃惊了，我的天！哈哈，但还喷了40块，操你妈的！ 看我看，我现在读档还来得及吗？我这是被扒光了吗？哦，没有，真没意思。我要读个档，太令人吃惊了，我真是不知道该说什么才好。读个档，读个档。刚刚那个我有点口味有点太重了。
And be glad I only took from you. Ah, a grey ward. Strong hands. Could I entice you to leave? I assume I call myself a duelist because I honed my skills in duels with. But I do, however, wish to get to know my potential student better. So we shall call for. Do you have something else in? Oh, and now you've piqued my interest.
How delightful. Try not to acquire the smell of salt and tar while you root around in the gutter.
Come.
摩瑞根吃醋啦。
And I am sure you will find my
奇怪，我跟摩瑞根有暧昧吗？这一次，我觉得我跟雷利安娜还比较有暧昧感。
Well, that was refreshing. It's been a while since I've bedded anyone but sailors. It's more common than you think, and quite painful, if one is only just a little. Now, wasn't there something you wanted from me? A lesson, perhaps? Come.
专精解锁斗士。
Welcome back. What can I get for you, honey?
好像可以说服雷利安娜和伊莎贝拉一起三人行，算了吧，很男女都要。
Very good. Wait here a moment.
男女都要，赞啊
Before you choose one, let me remind you of the guild rules. You see these lovely gentlemen by the door? If you don't play nicely with my people, these boys will have.
What the fuck？ 跟我想象中不太一样。
40 silver. I'm getting tired of throwing soldiers off the pier for forgetting their coin. We're a craft hall, not a public charity.
看好贵啊，40枚银币。
Shall I let you get acquainted? Make it 30 and we have a deal.
Very well then.
Go ahead and choose then.
你们进来干嘛？不要看我坏坏。
Follow me.
哎呦
Kunari traits, have you? Oh.
靠北。这个没事，这个没事，没有画面，没有画面，没画面，没画面，没事，没事。哼，好啦，比想象中无聊，读档吧，这点钱不值得我花。被游戏 ban 了，没有啦 ，BioWare 的游戏本来就不会很直截了当的做出嘿嘿嘿的画面，不是，毕竟不是巫师。
I don't think there's anything else I can teach you. Perhaps tell those you
巫师这方面做的比较直接，好啦，也没有到很直接啦，但就至少他会漏点没再跟你客气。这部至少还 BioWare 还是比较含蓄一点。啊
I was hoping I'd find you. I heard about the Pearl. I don't know how, but you got them to leave with no fuss at all. The Pearl's workers will...
Nobody gives orders to my men but me. A little lesson in respect is in order.
I see. Don't bother sparing these louts. Things are about to get messy.
好了，宰了他们。妈的，学不乖的家伙就只能宰了。
people actually voluntarily attack you? Are they just stupid? Here's the payment I promised. I might have more work if you're interested. But I'm heading back to the market district. Back alleys are just too dangerous for me.
有些人就是要打一打才会学乖啊，这种笨蛋处处都是。
Magic exists to serve man and never to rule over.
The deep dark before dawn.
看一下哦。建议我跑主线还是跑个支线来着？好像有不少支线要打，还是说支线建议私下打就好？你们会想看支线还主线？这边好像是有不少支线可以打，是不是？哎，精灵是哪里来着？有啥支线呢？我看一下哦。这些好像都是支线，都是在那个森林里面的布里西兰森林。话说精灵在哪里啊？
It has begun.
精灵是在这里吗？还是在这里？精灵在哪个位置来着？精灵应该是这个吧，我猜。反正精灵应该这个地方吧，我猜。这个森林，我去这里好了。啊！冲啥？阿娘喂！妈又被强盗攻击，烦死人了！
Let's grab some glory.
哦，对啊，到森林了，到精灵的地方。
Stop right there, outsider. The Dalish have camped in this spot. I suggest you go elsewhere, and quickly. I find that hard to believe. What business could we Dalish possibly have with a group like yours? Seeing as you are obviously no simple trespasser, I will leave it to the Keeper to decide the importance of your business. In the camp, I suggest you keep your hands to yourself, and remember that our arrows are still trained on you. Follow me.
可去房间打交道，什么鬼？
I see we have guests. Who are these strangers, Mithra? I have precious little patience and less time to spend on outsiders today.
I understand, but this one claims to have important business with our people.
I see. Tell me, stranger, what business could you possibly have with us? We have our own issues we must deal with, as you can see. Answer my question first. If I agree with you, I will indulge your curiosity at length. And who are you to request our aid for anything? We owe service to no one. You might have simply said so to begin with. Masiranus Mithra, you may return to your post.
Manuvinen, Keeper.
一讲守护者你就知道了。
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Zafrian, the keeper of this clan, its guide and preserver of our ancient lore. And you are? Manners. From a Shemlin. Interesting. What might be your mission here? Have you come to spread news of the Blight? I had already sensed the corruption spreading in the south. The existence of the Blight is not news to me. I would have taken the clan north by now, had we the ability to move. Sadly, as you can see, we do not.
Yes, it seems like you've had your own troubles. What are the odds?
I imagine you are here regarding the treaty we signed centuries ago. Unfortunately, we may not be able to live up to the promise we made. This will require some explanation. Please, follow me.
哎呦，怎么发生什么事了？
The clan came to the Brazilian forest 1 month ago, as is our custom when we enter this part of Ferelden. We are always wary of the dangers in the forest, but we did not expect the werewolves would be lying in wait for us. They ambushed us, and though we drove the beasts back, much damage was done. Many of our warriors lie dying as we speak. Even with all our magic and healing skill, we will eventually be forced to slay our brethren to prevent them from becoming beasts. The Blight's evil must be stopped. But we are in no position to uphold our obligations. I am truly sorry. The affliction is a curse that runs rampant in their blood, bringing great agony and then ultimately either death or a transformation into something monstrous. The only thing that could help them must come from the source of the curse itself. And that would be no trivial task to retrieve. Within the Brazilian forest dwells a great wolf. We call him Witherfang. It was within him that the curse originated, and through his blood that it has been spread. If he is killed and his heart brought to me, perhaps I could destroy the curse. But this task has proven too dangerous for us. I sent some hunters into the forest a week ago, but they have not returned. I cannot risk any more of my clan. There is no guarantee that this will work, as I suspect. But it's the only hope we have left. From whom? The Children of the Stone? The Shemlin? Do you truly think they have time to spare for us? I must warn you that more than werewolves lurk in the Brazilian forest. It has a history full of carnage and murder, you see. Where there is so much death, the veil separating the spirit realm from our own becomes thin, allowing spirits to possess things, living or dead. But if you can indeed help, then I wish you luck. Make them quick, if you please. I have much to do here. My apprentice Lanaya or Sayrel, the clan's storyteller, could provide you with answers just as easily. Watch for the white wolves. They are his eyes and ears in the forest. There is not much to say. It stemmed originally from Witherfang, but now any werewolf may infect someone with it. It is possible, but not guaranteed. The only way to protect against the curse is not to be bitten. You will know within a matter of days. You will begin to sweat and vomit, and most tellingly, your temper will become wild and uncontrollable. If that happens to you, you should seek out Witherfang even more swiftly. Your mission at that point will be rather personal. Go on then. I must return to caring for my people. Creator's speed on your way.
看这里还有支线。
Ever set foot in a Dalish camp?
Hello? Of course. I'm very sorry. It's just that we don't get many visitors. Like you, I mean. Of your kind. I didn't mean it like that. Can we start over? I am Kamen, a hunter apprentice. Though I wish I could become a real hunter. I shouldn't be talking about this to an outsider. You wouldn't understand. I suppose there's no harm in it. It's not like you can help me. I've been an apprentice for too long. To become a true hunter, I must bring back the pelt of a beast I killed myself. A boar or a wolf or something. I wanted to hunt in the forest, but we're forbidden to enter because of the attack. But the real problem is Gaina.
Huh. 喜欢就直接说。
She's my heart's desire. I have asked for her hand, but she cruelly refuses it. She will not bond with an apprentice, she says, and calls me a child. I am no child. If I was a hunter, I could prove it, but I cannot hunt, and Gaina will never bond with me. I feel so helpless. I shouldn't have brought it up. Just leave me to my misery. You think I haven't thought about this? There's nothing I can do. Wooing? I don't understand. A gift? No, that wouldn't be appropriate. Not before we're married. I've serenaded her, and we've talked many times under the moon. But that doesn't matter if I'm still an apprentice. Not to her. Because I love her. I really do. I wouldn't expect you to understand. Such as? I suppose you could, but what good would that do? The situation hasn't changed. Really? I'm willing to try anything. Cyranas. Oh, ma Cyranas.
没错，
I will pray to the
丘比
goddess
特
of love that you are successful.
哎，偶尔要当个丘比特啊。
Andiran Atishan, outsider. You spoke to him? What did he say?
他说你拒绝了他。
Oh. I don't expect an outsider to understand our ways, but I just can't bond with Kamen. He's been a hunter apprentice for over 2 years now, and he's yet to slay a proper beast. Each time he's tried, something has gone wrong. Perhaps the creators do not wish us to bond. I cannot bond with an apprentice hunter, can I?
但你爱他吧？
But what if he never becomes a proper hunter?
你喜欢他吧？
Our family.
喜欢他就直接说，要相信他。
Oh, you are right. I have made
没
poor
错。
Chaman miserable. No wonder he cannot complete
没
his hunt.
错。
Masiranas, thank you. You
我
have
很
helped
会
me
说
put this
服
into
人。
perspective. I will go and speak to Kamen. Kamen, I have been a fool.
Gaina? What do you mean? Have you changed your mind?
I have. The outsider has helped me to see that I was wrong. I have made you miserable, and I should not have.
But what about my hunt?
I don't care about that.
他们两个都有那个意思，他们只需要推把，他们就会 happily ever after。
Thank you, Gaina. You've made me a happy man. I feel blessed by the gods today. We are both very grateful for the part you've played in bringing us together.
How marvelous you are. I am so happy.
Does anyone else feel the urge to vomit? No? 'Tis just me?
还得是你啊，摩瑞根。
It's been in my family for a very long time, but I hope it plays some part in your battle against the dark
很
spawn.
man 啊，我不会干那么过分的事，我又不是那么缺德的人。我像是会做这么缺德的事的人吗？看摩瑞根会反感了，我操！我操，摩瑞根居然会反感，操你妈的！干，为什么摩瑞根会反感？干，你这个女人可以难搞一点吗？
If you must.
看，我就说摩瑞根很难搞吧，妈最难攻略的就是他。 礼物嘞？我礼物我手上现在没礼物啊！我手上现在没有礼物可以送他。这些东西都是要送给接下来的伙伴的。
Who comes? Oh, I beg your pardon, stranger. I was so busy attending to the Hala, I did not hear your approach. They are the noble beasts that pull our Aravel, what humans call land ships. They are our companions and our guides. That is exactly what they are, in fact. We ride the Hala, but never with reins or a saddle. It is the Hala who decide where to lead us, and our privilege that they take our Aravel with them. In return, it's the herder's job to speak to the Hala and care for their needs. It's a bond of friendship, and not servitude. I fear she may have been bitten during the werewolf attack. I have tried speaking with her, but she is too agitated for me to understand. The curse would not affect her as it would us, but it would still be lethal. And it may prove contagious to the other Hala as well. I can find no wound on her, but if she's truly ill, then I will have to put her out of her misery, for her sake as well as that of the others. I wish I could calm her enough to speak with her. We have lost so many of our hunters. I would hate to lose one of our Hala as well. I don't know. Do you have any skills that might help her? If you do, I would be grateful. And? What do you think?
I
am glad you attempted it regardless. No. No, I'm sorry. She isn't calming any more around you than she is for me. I know. It was kind of you to try. I will watch her for a while longer and see if her condition changes. I am grateful for your assistance, friend.
艾罗拉的臀路。我需要高级的生存技能。生存技能看一下哦。生存技能是哪一个？哦，这个哦，幸存。我有办法重练吗？有没有办法重练呢？现在？我手边现在好像没有什么有点生存技能的人。我看一下其他人哦。
Blast and damnation.
Oh, blast it. Yes. Yes.
Indeed.
看都没有人有点生存呢，操
！Come to check on my Hala and I again, have you? I don't know. Do you have any skills that might help? I am glad you attempted it. I am glad you attempted it regardless.
看还是没办法。
Come to check on my Hala and I again, have you?
好吧，没办法了。
Blood and damnation.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
总之先推主线吧，或者是推其他支线，随便。
As you say.
Many enter this forest and are never seen again. Let's hope we don't join them.
哎，还有支线没接，稍等一下哦。还好我回来了。
Anderanetitian, stranger. I am Athras. I hope the others have not been too harsh in their treatment of you. That is very generous of you. Most would assume we are unkind as a rule, and that is not the case. Especially not to a Grey Warden. But we have lost much, and it is easy to forget simple niceties at such a time. I understand you will search for the wolves in the Brazilian forest. I would join you, but Zathrian has forbidden me. We are banned from entering the forest now. I have more cause than most, but I will not disobey my keeper. That is a tale I am not sure I should tell an outsider. Surely you have greater concerns than my problems, stranger. It's odd to talk so freely with a stranger, but perhaps you can help me. My wife Delilah and I both fought the werewolves in the ambush. She was injured so gravely, the curse spread rapidly in her. Zathrian fought hard to ease her pain, but there was little he could do. And though he says that Delilah is dead, he will not let me see her body. I am beginning to believe she became a werewolf, and that it is being kept from me so I do not go chasing after her. If I could just know if Delilah is alive, or what happened to her, then I could be at peace. No. It would be very rude to accuse the Keeper of lying. I know he means well. I just need to know. One way or another. If you are in the forest, perhaps you might come across her, alive or dead. Any news would be better than none. And in return, I would be happy to gift you an amulet made by our craftsman. It may fetch you some coin in the human lands.
Since we seem to be heading into the forest anyhow, that does seem to be the right thing to do.
反正横竖都要做嘛。
Please, should you come across my wife, return and tell me.
横竖都得做。
What are you doing? You've warped the wood completely. Did you leave it out in the rain?
No, Master Ferrothorn. I think I just used too much heat.
You're not smelting ore like a Durgenlin. This is living wood. It requires patience and delicate hands, not more heat.
My actions bring me sorrow, Master Ferrothorn.
And so they should. Truly the art will be lost to us forever at this rate. Throw away your dead wood and start anew, and I shall speak to our guest. Now then, please forgive my distraction, stranger. Is there something that you need? I'm the clan's craftsmaster. It's my responsibility to learn what I can of the ancient elven arts of shaping wood and ore. In truth, we Dalish know little of the art compared to what we once did. And even what we know has taken us many lifetimes to achieve. There is wood that, if treated properly, is as hard as steel but far lighter. It grows only in this forest. Ironbark. The Keeper has forbidden us from entering the forest to collect the wood. I would be hesitant to ask it of you, but you can only harvest the bark which has fallen off the tree from age. Now, if you find some, bring it to me, and I will craft it for you. That would please me. So long as our hunt, I am...
稍微卖点东西，这几个都可以卖了。 好，走吧。
Please leave that be. If you have need of equipment, I am sure Master Verathorn can help you. Please do not lie to me. I find it most unbecoming.
好吧。看来油嘴滑舌能做的还是有限。走吧，出发。
Very well.
The Watchwolves have spoken truly, my brothers and sisters. A Dalish and a human of all things, to repay us for our attack, to put us in our place. What bitter irony. You speak to Swift Runner. I lead my cursed brothers and sisters. Turn back now. Go back to the Dalish and tell them that you have failed. Tell them we will gladly watch them suffer the same curse we have suffered for too long. We will watch them pay.
Huh.
Was it not Sathrian who sent you? He wishes only our destruction, never to talk. We have never met, he and I. He would not survive the experience. I swear it. The time for peace is long past. There will be no peace between the elves and we who are cursed. You know nothing, do you? Nothing of us, and even less of those you serve. You are a fool, and we are done talking. Run from the forest while you can. Run to the Dalish and tell them they are doomed. I do not wish to fight you either, but we cannot trust you. Come, brothers and sisters, let us retreat. The forest has eyes of its own, and it will deal with intruders as it always has.
哈，这个发展跟我想的有一点点不一样。What the fuck？ 这个展开是什么鬼？也就是说，这群狼人其实不是说不是一个，他们是有知性的生物吗 ？What the fuck？ 怎么突然状况变得那么复杂了？很有趣哦。
It shall be done.
也就是说，这群那个精灵首领他有猫腻吗？还是说就单纯的只是对立，有对立问题，我需要解决？ bear.
Now we do back.
Will learn to fear me.
It has begun.
还是先用这把好了，这把有对野兽伤害，后面应该会有蛮多野兽怪的，所以还是先带着。
Be careful now.
Very well. 有些历史之后就会知道。啊，完了，有点想睡觉了。今天比较累，我今天应该开不了太晚。
More the fools they!
It's your time to die.
Quickly, we must fight! Let us do it quickly.
好累啊！我在想，今天可能早点休息，然后明天早点开，这样。我明天可能8点或8点半开，这样早点开，然后今天早点休息。
It has begun.
先存个档。我来看看哈。哦，有新礼物，有礼物先送给摩瑞根吧。摩瑞根好感度太低了，得送一送了。
Interesting.
Hmm? 哦，这就是那个，是这个的吧？有了，有了。 哎，我靠！八小，吓死我了！ What the hell is this?
As you say.
哎呦我靠！看这个树真的会吓死人，操！ 干，我现在就是处在一种快睡着的状态，然后他还给我来这个，这种会吓我一跳的。
More enemies ahead. Get off! Our skill has won the day.
What manner of beast be thee that comes before this elder tree?
Wow.
A were, thou sayest? How can this be? I sense no curse inside of thee. Could it be, instead, a lie? There is no need. Why even try? It is true thou seest it clear. There are beasts and thieves aplenty here. Allow me a moment to welcome thee. I am called the Grand Oak, sometimes the Elder Tree.
It rhymes? 'Tis a rhyming tree. I can only imagine what manner of spirit is involved here.
The world is certainly full of marvelous, unexpected creations. Each day we see something that we never thought possible.
And unless thou think'st it far too soon, might I ask of thee a boon? I can only speak to what a tree may see. It may not help you, but it is enough for me. That is but a human name, one placed upon this land, their claim. A claim they stole from ancient elves, whom they first killed, and were killed themselves. A great war, perhaps, I cannot tell. I was not here when it befell, but many deaths here, all the same. And with the deaths, the spirits came.
别人在文言文啦。
Entered corpse and tree, and most went mad, as thou canst see. The forest had a spirit
妈的，这个讲话跟安眠曲一样，加速我睡着的速度，加速我想睡觉的速度。
She died of grief that day, or perhaps she simply went away. Or perhaps the wares are the ones to blame, for the day she left is the day they came. I speak as clearly as I see. Plainer than this, I cannot be. Most of what was is overgrown, leaving only broken stone. Perhaps some ruins remain free of rot. I know not where, I see them not. In the center of the forest the wares do dwell, or so go the tales my fellows tell. But they cannot be followed there. The forest doth protect the wares. Perhaps wares use magic to command the trees. All I know is they move as they please. Perform the boon as I ask, and I shall reward thee for the task. I have but one desire, to solve a matter very dire. As I slept one early morn, a thief did come and steal an acorn. All I have is my being, my seed. Without it, I am alone indeed. I cannot go and seek it out, yet I shall die if left without. My wooden skin has some magic, see, and part of it I can give to thee. In the center of the forest the wares do dwell, or shall we speak of other things, or wait for what the morning brings? As thou dost wish it, so it must be. A safe journey do I wish for thee.
Huh.哎，那我刚刚接的在哪里？哎，我刚刚接的没出现吗？
Why hast thou returned so soon? Hast thou changed? I have but one acorn, my child, my seed. It has been stolen. Go to the...
看一下哦。哦，这是主线的一部分。哎呦！
How odd. A camp with no campers, complete with fire and warm blankets. Rather inviting, would you not say?
The elven hunters didn't set this up. How strange. And yet it all just seems so friendly. I want to do nothing but remain.
不行，要保持警戒。干，这是陷阱吗？
Do not look in the fire. It draws my strength. Perhaps we should sit down.
Oh shit! What the fuck? 我操！ 卧槽！干，还从这里去你的！我刚刚有存档吗？靠北！干，没有，我刚刚完全没存档，操！就我刚刚没想到会出这种事。
More enemies ahead, as you say. Now we do battle.
超级危险的营地，真的。
Aware, thou sayest? It is allowed.
It rhymed? The world.
And unless thou thinkst it far too soon, might I ask of thee a boon? I have but one desire, to solve up. All I have is my being, my seed. My wooden skin has some magic. The forest would see thee as a tree, and in the center of the forest the wares do dwell, or so go the tales my fellows tell. But they cannot be
我只想臭他，都想睡觉了。
The forest doth protect the wares. Shall we speak of other things? I have but one acorn, my child.
听他讲话会想睡觉啊！干。
How odd. A camp with no campers, complete with fire and warm blankets. Rather inviting.
喂喂喂，干什么？
Perhaps we're being too hasty in leaving. I'm too old for all this running around. The camp looks like a good spot to rest, so long as we're watchful.
很好，这次我选对了。洗内妈的 fucker！
You shall pay!
A hungry spirit luring those who pass to their rest and their doom. One might wonder how it learned this trick. No matter, it shall prey on no one else.
再玩一下下，我再玩个10分钟左右，再大概10分钟左右我就收。看我今天应该是有点没办法撑到12点，唉，最近几天真的蛮容易累的。刚才营地旁的树丛好像有宝箱，对哦，忘了那个宝箱了。可是如果又需要那个雷利安娜的技能的话，那我也只能离开了。哦，很好。黄昏之贼。
A terrible notion. A terrible notion.
哦，他不喜欢哦。
It has begun. It shall be done.
Please. Help. Listen. I am not the mindless beast I appear to be. I am cursed, turned into this creature. A curse, it burns in me. I fled into the forest.
什么欲火焚身，靠背。
Took me in, but I had to return. I had to.
Careful. These werewolves might have laid a trap for us or something. You never know.
You are human. I am. I was once an elf, one of the Dalish folk. You know of my clan. Yes, just scant days ago. So, you know what happened to us. No, I cannot be healed, not even by magic. Please, you must listen. My name is Delilah. My husband, he is called Athras. Please, you must bring him a message. The staff I wear. Bring it to him. Tell him I love him. Tell him I am dead, and with the gods, I beg you. I want him to be at peace. He is a good man. Please do not let him suffer thinking of me. Oh, the pain. The curse.
God.
Fire in my
太狠了，
Please, hand it for me. Hand it
太狠了。
Magic will not work against the curse. Ah, you must end it. I will tell you what I know if you promise to end my pain.
干下不太了手哎。
Then know this. The werewolves are no longer violent animals. They have overcome the curse like I have. There is a ruin in the center of the forest. You may find them there. They will think you mean to kill them. I can tell you no more. The pain, it is too much. Please fulfill your promise.
啊，可以告诉我带他回营地会怎么样吗？看，我查一下好了，我真的有一点，看带他回营地，我觉得会出事哎，不行啊！看带他回营地，我觉得他会杀死所有的人，不行，哭啊！看他一直要我杀了他哎。 完蛋，现在不知道该选哪个好。对啊，要杀他，我觉得有点残忍。
Gods, bless you.
太狠了！ 唉。对啊，其实当下来说，杀他或许才是唯一解吧。
Shall be done.
然后换我当狼人什么啊？不要乱讲话！真的变狼人怎么办？到时候
，Enemies approaching.
Wait. We are back at the beginning of the path. The forest, it seems, does not wish us to reach wherever the path leads. How protective.
Oh. Oh. 怎么又是这个？干！影视。
Oh dear, oh dear. Not a werewolf and not a spirit even. What are the woods coming to? Mayhap I did, and mayhap I didn't. Have you come to claim it back? Oh, what fun. But we are getting ahead of ourselves already. Ask a question and you'll get a question, but give an answer and you'll receive the same. Oh, I do so love to trade. Wouldn't I have to ask you a question first?
干疯子。
Would you know a question if it was asked? No, that is not a question. And if it be an answer, it'd be an answer to a question I've not asked. Have you no sense for the rules?
Be cautious. This is no ordinary madman. He has magic. I can sense it. Powerful magic.
No fair bringing mages to a guessing game. Will you play by the rules or not? I think it is your turn to ask, is it not?
Huh.
It's where the wolfmen have their lair, but the trees will block the path. There's a way to fool the trees, of course. Trees are thick, wooden things, after all, easily fooled if you know how. Oh my, no, that's quite a question. I think that answer deserves something a little extra first, don't you?
Fuck you.
I stole something from an oak tree some time ago, and it won't stop pestering me for it back. Would you be so good as to turn it into firewood or something equally dead? You do that. Time to move on.
哈，所以我拿回老橡树果。
What's this now? You again? Why don't you go away? I think it is your turn to ask, is it not? Who am I? Why do you want to know? Did they send you? Did they tell you to ask? Oh, did they tell you to pretend to be an innocent stranger with a head full of fluff and nothing? I'm trickier than I look. I survive still, and the trees, they leave me be. I've won. They will never find me. Never.
I found you.
So you did. But I'm watching you. If they sent you, I'll know. But that's all I have to say about that. An answer for an answer. There you go. May I? Oh, yes, I think I might. Now, what shall be the first? Oh, yes. What is your name? Aha. So you claim. They sent you, didn't they? But you're too tricky, and you're trying to fool me. Well, I'm on to you, just so you know. But it is your turn to ask now. Ask. Ask away, I dare you. Ah, suddenly it all becomes clear. You here, that talking tree there, it all makes sense now. As a matter of fact, yes. I do have that tree's acorn. I stole it, and it was easy. Silly tree should have locked it up tighter. If you want it, you'll have to trade me for it. And nothing from that silly tree. No leaves or branches or anything. But that's all I have to say about that. An answer for an answer. There you go. May I? Oh, yes, I think I might. Where were you born? So you say, fiendishly clever of you to maintain this facade for so long, but I will see through it yet. Mark my words. But it is your turn to ask now. Ask. Ask away, I dare you.
好烦哦。
Yes, I live here, and it's not as bad as you think. Where else to go, eh? I must stay away from them. They're out there and looking. They will take your secrets, oh yes.
妈拿个橡树果实可以不要那么多废话吗？
But that's all I have to say about that. An answer for an answer. There you go. May I? Let's see. Do you have a knowledge of the arcane arts?
神秘艺术。
If I could tell, I wouldn't have to ask you now, would I? Do you have the knowledge or not? Ah, I knew that. Or did I? I forget now. But if you are a mage, that means that they sent you. Huh? Or does it? Drat. But it is your turn to ask now. Ask. Ask away, I dare you. Let's see. I'll trade you an acorn, a helmet I found, or a book I finished reading years ago, provided you have something interesting in return. And what do you have to trade for the helmet? Eh? I once had a ring like that. This one's shiny still. Yes, I'll take it. Give me that. There. Now that's done. What else have you got on your agenda, May I? Oh, yes, I think I might. What is your relationship with your father?
My father's dead.
Interesting. Most interesting. So that means that you did indeed have a father. I knew I would trip you up sooner or later. But it is your turn to ask now. Ask. Ask away, I dare you. Oh, yes. I still have the acorn in that old book. Oh, yes. Oh, and what do you have to trade for the acorn? Oh, yes. Many things are buried deep here. Treasures. Yes. Yes. What do you have? Oh, yes. Many things are buried deep here. Treasures. Ooh, warm. Warm enough to keep my neck from freezing on a cold night when the mice are biting at the toes. Give me that! There. Now that's done. What else have you got on your agenda, May I? Oh, have you ever seen the Grand Cathedral of Valroyo? Oh, really? Was it nice? Oh, yes, indeed, you are correct. Drat. I still have the book. It's not missing too many pages. And what do you have to trade for the book? Elven history, you say? That might make for good reading by the moonlight. Or it'll be better than using leaves. Give me that. There. Now that's done. What else have you got on your agenda,
Bye-bye.
I see. You're going to report to them now, are you? Fine. Goodbye.
干，这家伙他妈的啰里吧嗦的。干，不划算。好了，我去找老树交代一下任务，然后我就要走，我就要休息了。哎，差不多了，差不多了。混。明天我早一点开，我明天8点或8点半开，这样子应该还行吧。有点想直接干死他，不要啦。我们不要嗜杀成性，我们只在必要的时刻杀人。哎，能不杀尽量不杀。而且那个老头，老实说，他不是什么威胁。我不杀手无寸铁之人，即使他有攻击我的手段，我也尽量不杀。做人呐，不要只是想着打打杀杀。
My acorn is still gone, so I pray to thee. Hast thou any news for me? My joy soars to new heights indeed. I am reunited with my seed. As I promised, here it be. I hope its magic pleases thee. Keep this branch of mine with thee, and pass throughout the forest free. I wish thee well, my mortal friend. Thou brought my sadness to an end. May the sunlight find you, thy days be long. My winter's kind, and thy roots be strong.
恭喜你啊！好，所以他送我橡树枝，哇，哇哦！我看一下哈，这个给摩瑞根好了。啊，好了，完美。哎，他还有，什么鬼？
Greetings to thee once again. Greetings to thee once again. Thou hast not yet left the forest, then?
好，结束。OK， 好了，我们今天就休息吧。明天我早一点开。哎，今天就早点休息。好，不，明天见，明天见，明天8点或8点半哈。OK， 好，晚安，晚安。